tug-of-war over how to present history dates back nearly 150 years. A single paragraph in a third-grade text might seem insignificant, but it is a powerful symbol, because schools remain the most important venue for teaching our kids who we are.
How do you define history, Mr. Rudge?
It's just one bloody thing after another.
The documents with the most lasting influence as well as a great degree of controversy is the 1916 Committee on the Social Studies report by the National Education Association. Its controversy derives from the diverse views of its contributors.
The challenge to social education is the problem of inferior racial groups. These groups need to be properly educated for their eventual roles in society. We need to address the actual needs of our students. They need to understand the essentials of a good home, the cost of education, and the importance of thrift.
Progress through education and industry has a new meaning today.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control.
History trains the judgment in selecting the grounds of an opinion, in accumulating the materials for an opinion, in putting things together, in generalizing upon facts, in estimating character, in applying the lessons of history to current events, and in accustoming students to state their conclusions in their own words, not in acquiring a body of detached historical facts.
It's just one bloody thing after another.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any place.
America's #1 educator and philosopher, John Dewey.
Social studies needs to help our students overcome class and social antagonism. Students need an education that prepares them to become well-informed, active participants in our democratic society.
The 1916 Committee on the Social Studies report continues to influence pedagogies today. One voice that is still relevant in the contemporary debate would be James Baldwin. He, although not a teacher himself, suggests that teaching social studies should be taught that students should not be bound by any given administration, policy, morality, that he or she has a right and the necessity to examine everything.
From my point of view, no label, no slogan, and no party, and no skin color, and indeed no religion is more important than the human being.
This sentiment is not shared among everyone today, especially those with opinions on the conservative right.
Those pursuing the revisionist agenda no longer bother to conceal their great hatred of history. The current emphasis on political correctness has put too much focus on the grim and gloomy side of history. Instead, our students need to focus more on the Constitution, or the spellbinding oratory of such congressional giants as Henry Clay and Daniel Webster.
I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be.
Schools again became a place of strict learning and discipline.
But it feels so empty without me.
Yo, what's up? I'm Rush Limbaugh. I went all ghetto, I lost some weight, and I grew a little bit of hair. But guess what? I'm still on the conservative right. And this America bashing and multicultural agenda is exactly what I warned you viewers about. But no, you didn't want to listen, did you? Did you?
We're doomed.
Now teachers are bringing students into classroom and teaching them that America is a rotten place, that they don't have a chance here. that they are a bunch of embittered people growing up, robbing and stealing and turning to crime because they've been told all their young lives that there's no future for them. This country does not deserve that reputation it's getting in multicultural classrooms. And the zenith of this bastardization of American history has been reached with new standards that have been written as a part of Goals 2000s to standardize history.
I don't always understand.
I don't think there's time for his kind of teaching anymore.
It's just one bloody thing after another.
Those who attack historians as cultural elitists are actually frightened over elite control over history by the subsequent widening of historians' lenses, by the opening of the American mind rather than the closing, and by the far more inclusive, often bittersweet history that young Americans are learning in school.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any play.
She meant pedagogy.
No, that's how you say it.